And welcome back to Fox 11 Sports Wrap. Let's talk some NBA playoff basketball with Jovan Buha, the Lakers beat writer from The Athletic. Jovan, great to see you as always. And we're here. Postseason basketball is upon us. And I've got to ask you, the Lakers have kind of played this game of all we have to do is get in. Doesn't matter who we play and where, and we'll be okay. Well, they're certainly playing it. They're playing flick the switch basketball because of the way things have finished up. What do you see out of this team right now? Are you a believer that they can do the things they need to do in the postseason from this position?
I am a believer, as long as they don't play Denver. And that is the caveat. I think they could beat any team in the West outside of Denver, at least have a puncher's chance against any team in the West, if not outright beat them in 6 or 7 games, most likely 6 or 7 games, just because the Lakers aren't going to have home court advantage over most teams, if not all of them. I could see a similar run to last season where they make the playoffs first and foremost, then they win a round or two, and then likely lose to Denver in the conference finals. If they get the Denver matchup in round one, I do think that's likely a 4 or 5 game series. I'd probably go 5, say the Lakers win one of the games in LA. But Denver has had their number now for a couple of years. So aside from Denver, I think the Lakers have a good chance to beat anybody in the West. And, that's kind of how I see it. But a lot of things have to break in their favor in terms of seeding and the bracket. But assuming that happens, and it is possible, I think they have a good shot to go on another run.
Are you a believer in the Laker defense? Should they get Jared Vanderbilt back in the mix? We've seen a little bit of Gabe Vincent, who was brought in to be a defensive guard, and he's kind of just been running around out there. He hasn't found his flow at all. Is it too late to kind of get the defense where it needs to be?
I think so. And that's the one factor here is, if Jared Vanderbilt does come back, it's going to be in either the play-in or the first round of the playoffs. And I think based on how the season has gone previously with him, I'd be slightly skeptical that they can ramp him up to like a 20, 25, 30 plus minute a night guy in enough time and kind of figure that out on the fly in the playoffs. I think the Lakers have a ceiling as like a league average-ish team with this group defensively, but where they really excel is on the offensive end. And you've seen that starting group became the first starting group to score, to have all 5 guys score 20 plus points in a game earlier this season against New Orleans. And like the firepower with those 5 is just that, like, if Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura are your 4th and 5th options, you have a pretty good offensive lineup. So we've seen teams really struggle to, most teams have 1 or 2 defenders you can go at, and Austin and Rui have been able to exploit those types of defenders. So I think if the Lakers are going to go on a run, to me, it's actually going to be their offense that leads the way, not their defense.
Last question. That Clipper-Dallas series is one of the tastiest setups we already have. You've got Luka and Kyrie playing maybe the best 1-2 basketball of any top tandem in the league. Who do you like in the series, and why do you like them?
Yeah, I mean, this is the trilogy, right? Like round 3 between the Clippers and the Mavericks. And I'm going to upset some Angelinos right now. I'm actually going to pick the Dallas Mavericks in this series. They've played the Clippers close twice already without Luka having this type of sidekick. He's often done it 1-on-1 or 1-on-5, really, and they've relied on role players. But having a legit number 2 in Kyrie Irving, I think will do wonders for Luka and just taking off the offensive burden and the stress with him. Like, it's kind of impossible to take out both of those guys. So I will say I would probably lean Dallas in 6 in this series. Also kind of factoring in how both teams have played. Since early February, Dallas is tied for the best record in the West. The Clippers have been basically around 500 since the same point. So Clippers have not been playing their best basketball. There is some uncertainty with Kawhi Leonard. And again, like, even if he plays, is he going to be 100%? Can he handle a full playoff workload? And the last time they played, Kawhi had to go basically matched, if not surpassed, Luka in terms of playing as like arguably the best player in the league in that series. I don't know if he can get to quite that same level given some of the concern with his knee. So I could be wrong. I could have egg on my face. But right now, if I had to make a prediction as of today, I'm leaning Dallas in 6.
Jovan, thank you for your time and your insight. Enjoy the playoffs coming up. We'll talk again real soon, okay?
Sounds good.
Jovan Buha of The Athletic. We're going to have more Fox 11 Sports Wrap coming up right after the break.